Good evening. We'll begin by doing some standing cat and cows to find some movement in our spine. Exhaling to contract and inhaling to find length in your spine. Do this at your own pace and make sure to connect your breath with the movement. Starting with the top of your spine, slowly roll down, unstacking each vertebrae at a time. Once you've reached your bottom, take whatever position feels good to you, taking care to release any muscles that are holding tension in your neck or otherwise. Sometimes I grab opposing elbows and sway from left to right, or take my hands behind my lower back and grab one wrist. Sometimes I shake my head yes or no. And when you're ready, go ahead and roll up. Spread the legs apart to the outer edges of your mat. Slide the right hand across the lower back, seeing if you can reach it with the other hand. Bend your left knee to look past your right shoulder to find a twist. Breathe into this. And release. Prepare to do the other side by sliding the left hand across the lower back and bending the right knee to promote the twist. We will be entering next into our moon salutations. And just as our sun salutations are meant to provide us with energy in the morning, our moon salutations are intended to help us to wind down after the stresses of our day. Release that, and when you're ready, come to the center of your mat, facing me. Grounding yourself in Tadasana, inhale to extend the arms up, interlocking the fingers together. And if you'd like an extra bit of challenge, rise to the balls of your feet to find a balance here. Try to keep your focus on one point. Pulling in through the belly and release. Pulling up and over towards your right side to mirror me, opening up the left side ribs, and set your gaze past your elbow. Inhale to come up. Prepare to set your feet apart for a wide-legged stance. Hips tucked will lower the knees into our goddess pose, opening the arms into cactus, spreading the fingers apart with energy, making sure that the knees are pulling back. Inhale to rise, to extend your hands and arms into a diagonal position. And this is your powerful 5-pointed star. Both this and your goddess pose are powerful postures, grounding yourself from the waist down. Remain on the same plane as you tilt over towards the right, reaching either the mat, your shin, your ankle, and maybe you place a block here in front of your foot, or maybe grab your big toes. Once you find your position here, set your gaze towards your left hand. Find space and breath in your left side ribs. Windmilling the left arm all the way down, close your hips to face towards your knee. And release down as far as you can, encouraging your nose towards your knee, and try to find some length in your spine even here. If you'd like to connect your hands in prayer behind your back, you may do so. Otherwise, the fingertips can rest gently on the mat or on a block. Gently release the hands from behind the back and step back with your left leg, bending the right, and then gently release that back knee all the way to the mat to find a deep lunge here. Extending the arms up high, maybe finding a minor back bend here if you like. Ensuring that the knee is just over the ankle. Releasing the hands down on the inner side of that front foot, go ahead and open up your hips, pivoting the left foot so that your toes are facing upward. Breathe into this hip release here, challenging yourself to go maybe a little bit deeper than you might want to. And let's find our center here, bending both knees, pressing our elbows against the knees, extending the spine, hands in prayer. And we find ourselves in Malasana. And as we lean into this beautiful hip release here, maybe take some time to reflect on your day and to notice if there is anything that you still need to release on maybe a mental level or emotional level. And shift over to your left side, extending the right leg long this time with your right toes facing upward. And make sure to lean forward here so you stay on top of yourself. It's very easy to fall back here. Placing your hands on either side of your front foot, close the hips and find some alignment here as you release that back knee. Extending the arms up high, maybe choosing to take a back bend. Releasing your hands, go ahead and tuck your back toes to lift that knee. And you'll step up a couple of feet to straighten your legs. Extend the spine and bring your nose towards your knee. Again, you can use a block here. Place your hands wherever feels best to you. Or you can connect your hands behind your lower back in a prayer pose. Carefully releasing your hands to the floor. Draw a line with your right hand up the side of your body and open up to your extended triangle. Again, you can use a block here or place your lower hand on your shin, ankle, wherever feels best to you. It's very easy to collapse forward here, so try to remain open in the right side ribs. And rise to your 5-pointed star, position of power. Keeping the hips tucked, we lower down with control into our goddess pose. Pulling back with our shoulders and elbows. And finding some tension here in our arms as if we are pressing against a wall. Straighten your legs and step up towards your left foot. Reaching up to clasp your hands together. Inhale to lift up and over towards your left side. Looking up past your elbow. And reach up towards the center. Maybe lifting to find balance again on the balls of your feet. Completely your choice. On your next exhale, release the heels and then the arms. Beautiful. You just concluded your one full cycle of your moon salutations. I hope it was calming and relaxing for you this evening. Turn to face towards the top of your mat, and when you've arrived, go ahead and roll down again to your Uttanasana, standing forward bend, and take whatever position with your arms and hands feels best. Really sink into this, releasing all of the muscles of your neck. Feel free to explore some movement here, maybe bending one knee and then the other, or swaying again. And use this as an opportunity to check in with your breath. And when you're ready, release the hands down in front of you. Step back and lift the hips to your downward facing dog, finding even more length in your spine, pressing those heels towards the earth. And maybe you choose to intensify your breath here, deepen it, make it purposeful. It's easy to find ourselves holding our breath without even meaning to. So let's just bring some attention to it, soften it, deepen it, and use it to heal our bodies and our minds. Lift the right leg, engaging through those muscles, stretching through the toes, and see if you can challenge yourself and lift an inch higher than you normally would. And then feel free to take some movement here, maybe bending at the knee or taking some hip circles. And then once you feel comfortable, re-extend through that leg with energy and intention. Bring that right knee in towards your chest with control, pulling up through the belly. And then placing the shin horizontally to your body, lining up with the top of your mat. And place your weight over the center of your body here, not falling off to one side or the other. Maybe you choose to stay lifted or release down to your forearms. And if you're looking for more of a challenge here, press up to an upright position and lift the back toes, bending at the knee. And then you can see if you can reach back with your left hand to grab the toes. Otherwise, stay in your pigeon. And if you're in that position, carefully release the knee. Otherwise, press up, tuck the toes, and re-extend that right leg through and back, all the way up. And release down to your downward facing dog. We'll do the other side, lifting the left toes up and back. Maybe bending at the knee, taking some movement here. And re-extending to see if you can get that one extra added inch. And lower down, bringing that knee in towards your chest and placing the shin parallel to the top of your mat. Finding your weight over the center of your body and coming into whatever position you choose here. Whether it be on your forearms or maybe even lifting the right toes. Totally your option. Use this time to reflect on your day. Is there anything still creating stress for you tonight? Or maybe something happened. Is there anything that you can do to let that go and find some peace? Take the time that you need to reflect, acknowledge, and breathe into this space. Coming out of whatever position that you're in, re-extend that left leg high and place it down into your downward facing dog. Taking a few deep breaths here before we move on to our next pose. And lower the hips down to your plank position. And we're going to exhale to lower all the way down, whether you do chaturanga or lower the knees first. Extend the left arm out beside you and the right hand in next to your chest. Use it as leverage to push yourself away as you lift your right toes and place them behind you, pushing away in this prone twist. This should open up the left shoulder as well. And release that. Bringing the left hand in towards your chest, extend the right out long, and we'll lift the left leg, bending at the knee, placing those toes behind you as you push away from the mat. And you can unwind. press up and find a seated position, whichever way is easiest for you. We're going to slowly roll down. And come into your happy baby, intertwining the 2 fingers in your big toes and pulling the knees down to either side of you. And maybe you prefer to grab the inner soles of your feet instead. Option to extend each leg long and maybe both at the same time, or you could just stay here in happy baby. And then bring the soles of the feet together, right below your hips, and just let the knees splay out. If it feels good to you, you can take an inversion here by bringing the knees in towards each other and setting the feet just on the outside of the mat. This time is for you, so whatever poses feel good to your body right now. And when you're ready, release to your final resting pose, Shavasana, extending both legs out, letting the knees splay out, bringing your palms to face the sky, or maybe one to the belly, one to the heart. And taking care to notice how you feel now versus when you began. I hope tonight was super calming and relaxing for you. I hope it was healing for your mind and heart. Shavasana is intended to create a mental stillness while staying alert. So you can choose to do with it what you need most tonight. Or maybe you do want to bring your attention to something and continue your reflection. However you choose to use this time, I hope this is restful to you and calming, and whatever you need tonight to sleep well. As always, I encourage you to remain here as long as you like. 5 minutes is recommended at the minimum in Shavasana. I can't thank you enough for choosing my video to lead you in your practice tonight. If it blessed you in any way, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing it with your friends and family. Have a lovely evening, everybody.